the TeamClearCoat podcast. We're two friends finally doing something about our obsession with cars.
We're probably not doing it well, but it should be fun, and we might actually learn something along the way. I'm Dave.
And I'm Ian, and this is our show.
Ian,
Yes, Dave.
apparently you have questions for me.
Oh, I have questions.
Yeah.
I have many questions.
I'm Dave.
I'm Ian. So my first question
Yeah, let's hear it.
is, so we are doing the fantasy F1 season thingy.
Yeah, we are.
Fantasy GP.
Yep, fantasygp.com.
We
It's
are
.com.
we are a league. If you want the league, if you want to join our league, hit us up on Twitter or send us an email. We'll send you the code.
Yeah, it's in our Twitter feed. Yeah.
Yeah.
The league number you
There
can
you-
join.
there you
Please
go.
join our league.
Please do that. Point of order, though. So, Dave.
Well, first of all, I have 100% committed to setting predictions and having a team for every single race this season.
Did you set predictions?
I did.
Okay.
Why do you ask? Tell the listeners why you're asking.
Well, because you scored 61 points.
That's good, right? That's better than 0.
That is not good.
That's better than 0.
Okay. My race went poorly for me, and I scored 137 points.
Well, first of all, it's very difficult to pick a team,
Yes.
right? Especially it's difficult to pick a team if you don't want your team to be manned by assholes,
Mm-hmm.
right? That like have issues with the grid girls going away.
Right.
Or like spray women in the face with champagne randomly, which is a fucking douche move.
It was, but here's the thing, is that you are trying to pick
People that keep their mouths shut.
exemplary humans
No,
from way overpaid, like, 25-year-olds.
I didn't say that. I'm just trying to find people that don't say shitty stuff about grid girls going away on like a 1-second Google search.
I know, but these are people who have been millionaires since they were, like, 19.
So why shouldn't they behave like normal people?
It's an excellent question.
Right.
It's an excellent question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But you also realize that they do get no, like, direct benefit from you picking them in this game, right?
Right. And you also know that you have no benefit from winning the game.
I do, actually.
You don't.
The winning is the benefit. That is the benefit.
Really cut out for this whole fantasy sports thing, aren't I?
Yeah. I don't think you're getting into the spirit of the thing.
So what's the problem? I am. I'm picking people.
I just wanted to make sure you
I'm
picked a
making
lineup.
predictions.
I wanted to make sure you didn't not do it one weekend.
What? Ian? No.
I'm just asking.
I told you I'm going to set a lineup every time.
Okay, but what were your predictions?
I don't know. Let's see. I predicted. Well, first of all, tell people
Go to your results.
Tell people what race it was and why and what the outcomes were. Tell people those things.
Okay, so
Don't look at me while I click
it
on
was
things.
the Grand Prix of Australia,
Okay. All right.
which is typically the what do you call it?
Wow.
The first race of the season.
Buddy.
Shh.
What?
Shh.
What's wrong?
Shh. It's
What
fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's the first race of the season. Hamilton was expected to win. He had dominated. I don't know. You didn't see it. I know. You didn't see his pole lap, which was, like, seriously a thing of beauty. It was unbelievably just perfect.
Okay.
It was amazing.
Sure.
He did not win.
Okay.
Ferrari was kind of sandbagging through winter testing, and they came out of nowhere and were, like, super competitive, except for, they were 0.6 off of Hamilton's pole lap, which is enormous. But Hamilton ended up not winning because of a virtual safety car thing, and Mercedes claimed that it was a software glitch in their predictive software that they run simulations on. So basically, what happened was they have a thing called virtual safety car.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that.
Okay.
Yeah, VSC. Yeah.
Yeah. And it was a quirk of the track at Australia where you could end up making time under the virtual safety car if you went through the pit lane because
Okay. Because the pit lane speed was like shortcut and faster than people traveling on the lap under virtual car safety speed.
Yeah, the pit in lane was kind of long.
Okay.
And so the entrance to the pit is where they would make up all the time.
Okay.
Because you could go fast there because you're not under the virtual.
Gotcha.
safety car.
Okay. Yeah.
So Vettel made up a ton of time there, and then exited, and came out ahead of Hamilton and ended up winning the race.
Okay.
Which was
That's a weird way to win a race.
it was really weird, and Hamilton was like, "What the fuck, guys? What happened?
Right.
Like, why is this guy in front of me now?"
Sure.
It was crazy. And then the other big thing that happened that was the Haas team shooting themselves in the foot.
Right.
They were running 4th and 5th. They were an American-owned team.
Right.
New to the sport last year, and then
Cross-threaded lug nuts, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
twice in a row.
Twice in a row.
Crazy.
Yeah. I'm surprised I don't have Haas as a team. I was going to pick them.
Yeah, I have them. I
Yeah.
have them as a team.
Yeah.
Do you want to share your screen with the people?
Sure. Here's my team.
There's your
Okay.
team.
All right. What? What's so funny?
Well, no, it just
Why is that funny?
Well, because you don't have any of the
people that say shitty things about Grid Girls going away? You're right. I don't.
Well, Ricardo doesn't say that kind of stuff.
Okay.
You could afford Ricardo.
Sure. But Carlos Sainz, his dad was a rally driver.
Yes.
Kimmy, #because Kimmy.
Uh-huh.
And then this guy, he's a Force India driver, and I just wanted a Force India driver.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. And then
I like Ocon.
And then I wanted to pick a team that directly reflected the reliability of Dusty Rusty. So we have McLaren, Renault, and Force India.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, might as well go for authenticity.
Right.
Yeah. This is going to be the highest scoring team per dollar that you've ever seen.
Per dollar.
Per dollar spent.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's a thing you can actually win. It might be.
Probably not. Ian? Probably not.
What were your predictions?
See, like, anybody can pick, like, Vettel or Hamilton. Like, I don't understand why, like, that makes, yeah, I don't know. My predictions were...
Because you want to win.
I don't know. It's like...
Well, you got close. You got Raikkonen was on the podium. He got
right.
third.
Yeah, because Kimmy.
And then Kimmy.
Yeah, pole
Kimmy
position,
for everything.
Kimmy. Fastest. Yes, that's the goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Ian. Okay. 2 safety cars. I got that wrong. That was close because it was 1 in a virtual.
Yeah.
Or 2 in a virtual, something like that. Yeah.
I think they counted that as 1 because it was a back-to-back virtual,
sure.
and then they brought out
real
the safety.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got that. How many cars will finish the race?
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Yeah. So
how did I do? Is that what that was?
I mean, we could keep talking about my team and
so I had on my team. I have right now. I have Hamilton, Ricardo, and Alonso.
Okay.
And then I had Red Bull, Haas, which I was super pumped in the beginning of the race because like Haas was 4th and 5th. I was like, I'm gonna clean up here.
Right.
And then they had to go and fuck that up.
Okay.
But if you go to league, you can actually bring it up on the screen.
I can't see your team because I'm not a pro member. That's only for pro members, Ian.
Oh.
And so
even when you click on the TeamClearCoat and Friends, can you see it?
Yeah.
So if you click on my team, you can't see it?
No. What did I just tell you?
Okay, I didn't know that. I didn't know that was a thing. So okay, so I have Hamilton, Ricardo, and Alonso as my drivers. Red Bull, Haas, and Force India. Yeah. So my team didn't actually do all that great, other than Hamilton and Ricardo and Alonso did well. But my car teams did not do well. Haas got 0 points. Force India got 0 points.
Sure.
Predictions: I had Hamilton, Ricardo, and Vettel as my podium, so I got points for Hamilton and Vettel, even though I had them in the wrong order.
Right.
And then I got pole position right, I got fastest lap right, and I got safety car right.
Okay.
So 1 safety car, Ricardo had fastest lap, and Hamilton had pole position.
Okay.
That was it. I can tell, like you can tell when we talk about something on the show when both of us are excited,
right?
And then there's a very different vibe when one of us is excited about something and we talk about it on the show.
Well, I just like that. Like, I pick a team that like I just want to pick, and then it's like, why wouldn't you pick like a team that's going to win?
You don't understand why that would be a reasonable question to ask?
No, I don't. Ian,
Well-
I said lineup before you did. I'm excited about this.
No, that's I'm happy that I'm happy that you did. I was just and I'm not angry about it. I was just curious what your reasoning was
Right.
for picking a team that was on its face not going to win anything.
Right. Right. That's correct.
Like you're almost like deliberately
No.
trying not to win.
No. What did I say that I was going to do?
Okay.
I was going to pick drivers that didn't say shitty things about grid girls going away.
I get that for your team. I don't get that for the predictions.
I'm going to predict people that didn't say shitty.
You're willing. It's the secret version of Fantasy GP. You're going to put it out into the universe that the nice drivers win.
No, it's that like I just don't want to pick people.
Okay.
Like that spray women in the face with champagne.
It's fair enough.
Right?
Fair enough.
Yeah, the look on that poor woman's face. Yeah. I don't like sorry for having empathy. With a woman that's like, "Oh, this entitled prick next to me now gets to
Yeah, well, there's
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah." So, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Who among us hasn't gotten overly excited after winning a Grand Prix and
Right.
sprayed someone in the face?
Right. While your like $2 million watch was clanking around on your wrist.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't know. I mean, this is what's going to make me pay attention to F1 this year.
Okay.
You know? Yeah. So my main goal is probably setting predictions before any kind of testing happens, you know, for each race.
Before there's any data available.
Yeah. Yep.
Like, you know that guy died last week, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah,
Ah,
right.
he could still pull out a pole position, though.
Right? Yeah. Because I'm still voting Nader, apparently.
Exactly. That's amazing.
Yeah. Well, Ian, speaking of bad decisions, I want to talk
Okay.
about a Carstanza.
Oh wait, can I do I have an FMK cars about this Formula One race.
Sure. Yeah, we can.
It ties in
Okay.
like
All
this.
right. Okay.
Because I was very bummed. I've been rooting for the Haas team since
Okay.
they came out, since they joined last year.
Sure, an American team, you want to see them succeed. I totally get that.
Absolutely. And I was really bummed when they
I'm going to replace Renault with Haas on my team.
when they
Yeah.
cross-threaded their way out of the out of the Grand Prix this year.
That's what we would have done.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And to do it twice in a row
That's what we would have done.
within like 3 laps of each other.
Remember that part where I said we would have done that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we
Absolutely.
would have done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I actually kind of felt bad for rooting for them because I was like, oh, well, that's probably what happened there.
The endorsement. So that's the opposite secret.
Right.
Yeah, the secrant,
Yeah.
if you will.
Sure. I like it.
Uh-huh.
So this is the title of this FMK Cars. Oh, wait. So we're going to do an FMK Cars, which...
FMK Cars is a game that Ian and Dave play on the show. It's that classic game, Fuck, Marry, Kill, but instead of playing it with people, we play it with cars. In this game, F means you hit it and quit it, you drive it for a day. Ian, if you marry a car, it's your...
Daily driver, put a ring on it.
That's right. K means you kill it, you send it to the crusher.
Absolutely.
All right.
So, extremely Edith Bunker voice. Those were the days. Americans in F1 in happier times.
Can I get that title again?
Extremely Edith Bunker voice. Those were the days. Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, it may be possible that Ian could carry a slight tune if you put enough whiskey in him.
No.
Yeah.
All right. Americans in F1 in happier times. These are cars related to the last 3 victories by American drivers in F1.
Okay. All right.
The
okay.
last 3 victories.
Sure.
All right. So
I don't know what that word means, but go on.
the last victory by an American in Formula One, the last driver.
Okay.
Would you care to guess a date? A year?
I'm gonna say, oh gosh, was it in the 80s?
No.
No. 90s?
No.
2000s?
No.
60s?
No.
70s?
Yes.
Whoa.
1870s. No.
1870s.
1978. Mario Andretti won the Dutch Grand
Ah.
Prix in a Lotus Ford.
Okay.
So you will get a 1978 Lotus Esprit S2 commemorative edition.
Oh wow.
So this is we all know the
S2,
Esprit. And then there it is right there.
Yeah. Look at
That's
that.
the commemorative edition. It
Yeah.
was so the S2 was a facelift of the Esprit. and you got the side vents in the S2.
Yeah.
In the back.
Because they figured out you needed to cool the engine behind you.
Details.
Weirdos.
And the commemorative edition, which is up on your screen right now, if you're watching, was done in the John Player.
Yeah, black and gold.
Black and gold livery.
Camping yellow wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Painfully 70s cool.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right. So the time before that an American won a Formula One race.
Okay.
1973,
Okay.
Peter Revson won the Canadian Grand Prix in a McLaren Ford.
Okay.
So you will get a 1973 Ford Capri RS 3100.
Oh, wow. Okay. Let's see here.
And that was a homologation special.
Okay.
There you go.
This guy here?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's
nice.
him.
Oh, wow. Look at that stripe on the hood vent.
Yeah.
That's
It's
cool.
So that had a V6.
Oh, wow. Look at that little ducktail wing.
Yeah, rear drive.
I like that.
Yep.
Oh, what's up, little guy?
Yeah, that's a
Nice.
cool car, huh?
That is a really cool car.
Yep.
Okay.
That was a homologation special
And
for I think DTM or something.
And I like the baby blue, man.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I like the black and gold or the green and gold behind it. Yeah.
Yep, super cool.
Nice.
Okay. And then in 1967,
Okay.
Dan Gurney won the Belgian Grand Prix at Spa
Okay.
in an Eagle Westlake.
Okay.
So Eagle Westlake obviously didn't make road cars, so we are going to go with a 1964 GT40 with a Gurney bubble,
Oh, okay.
which was Dan Gurney was your height. He was
Right,
he was 6'4", and he did not fit in the GT40.
Let's see if we can find a picture of it. Yeah, there's like a picture of the
there you go.
roof bubble.
They had to put the bubble in so
Yeah.
he could fit in the car
This-
to drive and test it before
Somebody
Le Mans.
put this on Pinterest. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Okay, so those are your three cars.
Okay. I've been up close with an OG Mark 1 and Mark 2 GT40,
Mm-hmm.
and it is a breathtaking experience.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah. They have a few at the Carroll Shelby Museum in Boulder from time to time, including the Gulf liveried one. And when you're that close to that car, you realize like how little there is between like a wall and you being vaporized. Like
Mhm.
it is a frightening absence of safety and sheet metal and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, it is a speed delivery device, and
Yeah.
there's nothing else to that car.
Yeah. 38 inches tall.
It's crazy.
38. Yeah. So yeah, I hate to say it, but I would kill the Ford GT, but it's very thoughtful that you added the Gurney bubble on it. Thank you. Thank
You're
you for
welcome.
that. So I'm crushing it because I honestly, I would approach it. I would lay a hand on wherever I thought the door handle was and honestly just vaporize. I would,
Right.
yeah, I would, you'd see individual atoms of Dave. But that's about it.
Okay.
Yeah, and the
Okay.
ginger that you almost know and love would cease to be no more.
It would just
Oh, yeah, and just glitter
I love it.
from all the sun that has penetrated my skin over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then that leaves me with the Ford Capri and the Lotus Esprit.
Mhm.
Those rhyme, and you didn't even mean to.
I did not.
I think for a day I'm going to drive the Lotus because that is an amazing car.
Yeah, I
And
don't think you fit in the Lotus, do you?
I've never sat in an Esprit. I've sat in an Elise, and oh God, no, hell no. Yeah,
Mhm.
it actually caused me pain because my leg was wedged up against the 90-degree aluminum angle of the transmission tunnel.
Yeah.
Where the shifter linkage is. That's
Oh,
what
I
it
see
was.
this owner option, the extra sharp edges
yeah.
package.
Right,
Yeah.
right. It's like the bottom of a washing machine. It's like they
Mhm.
sharpen it at the
Yeah.
factory. Yeah.
Yeah. You
Right?
select the tetanus package for that.
Exactly. Yeah. 2020 is when I need to get my next tetanus shot, by the way.
Okay.
Thanks to a washing machine. For real. So then I would definitely marry this plucky Ford Capri. Anything that has that kind of style is just timeless, man.
It's super cool.
It's so great. I love it. What would you do, Ian?
God,
God, that duckbill spoiler.
It's really
I
tough.
love it. It's so cute. It's cute and badass at the same time.
Yeah.
It's cute ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it pulls off. Only other cars that kind of pull that off
Yeah.
are like the Honda Beat,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like the K car Roadster.
Yeah. Yeah. The Suzuki Cappuccino.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Right? Yeah.
yeah,
Cute.
where you see that side vent and like it kind of means business, but
Right.
It's adorable.
Right. Right. It's an adorable version of an Audi R8.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I love
I
that.
have a knack for that, like identifying a car in another car.
Yeah, I like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So back to that. I don't know what I would do because I
Oh, whoops.
would love to drive a GT40 at some point in my life.
Right. Right.
It's
It's got to be a little bit better to daily than your R32.
yeah, it's probably about the same. Yeah,
Maybe about the same suspension travel.
probably a little more ground clearance, to be honest.
Yeah.
Man, it's a really tough one. I think I would end up crushing the Capri,
Okay.
marrying the GT40, and driving the Lotus for a day.
Okay. And is it just because the Capri just isn't enough?
Yeah, just compared to the other two.
Right. Yeah.
The other two are just too cool. Especially the Capri or the Lotus with that paint scheme.
So, yeah. So anything in the John Player paint scheme,
Automatically way cooler.
right? My buddy Chris did one of the bikes recently in the John Player black and gold, and it looks fantastic.
That's awesome.
I'm building up a new bike, as you know,
Mhm.
and I was debating on color schemes, and it was down to two things.
Mhm.
It was John Player black and gold, like with gold brake housing and shifter housing and everything,
Yeah.
or green and gold in tribute to Dusty Rusty, and that's what I landed on.
Oh, nice.
So I'm gonna get the frame coated Saab Scarab green, and use gold housing for that stuff.
Oh, that'll look really cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a really good idea, and I bet not a lot of people have bikes that look like that.
Yeah,
so.
one of my Instagram friends just built up a green and gold Surly, and it looks great. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, so I think people's minds are heading in the right direction.
That's awesome.
But it was seriously, like, in my mind, I'm thinking John Player or Dusty Rusty.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've always really liked the 997 GT3 RS.
Oh, okay.
The like that slate and red
Yes.
color
yes.
combo. I
Yeah.
think that looks really, really cool.
Yeah. 997 GT3 RS, right?
Yeah, GT3 RS. And it's with the the red stripe that dissolves into a checkerboard
Yeah.
at the back. Yeah, that's the one.
That's what we need to do your R32 in.
I've always
Yeah.
except do the red in the Tornado red.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, definitely.
That's
for
what
sure.
I want to do
yeah.
in my car, yeah.
Yeah.
And then do the R
Uh-huh.
in the back.
Yes. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, I've always liked that paint scheme.
So, Ian, I hate to I really hate to do this, but I'm going to have to cause you some mental anguish.
More mental anguish.
More mental anguish than I already have.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
But so this is the thing, we are whenever we see something like this, I saw a Carstanza, okay? My girlfriend and I were driving around, saw a Carstanza,
Mhm.
decidedly so. So now I have this nugget of information, right? That when I give it to you, your day is going to get worse, right? Because you're
Right.
going to go through all that questioning and all that stuff.
It's kind of an awesome sense of power in a way.
It is, right? Right? I wield that over you.
Mhm.
But also, I could do you the benefit of never hearing it.
Yeah.
What would you choose?
I think I'm in the I would rather know.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I read the YouTube comments. So
Yeah.
I need to see the depravity of humanity.
the icky underbelly?
Yeah. I
Okay.
have to know about it.
Okay. Whereas somebody like myself, I might just kind of turn a blind eye.
Just choose not to know.
Yeah. Yeah. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to do that.
Okay. Well, Ian, so you remember
My loins, should I gird them?
let's I don't want to be I don't want to set it up it's the most awesome movie you've ever seen, right? And then you go see it and it's that was good, but it wasn't the most awesome movie I've ever seen. Right? So remember Scott Pilgrim versus the World, right?
Mhm.
Brilliant movie.
Yeah.
Favorite scene in that movie? when Michael Cera's like, I could eat garlic bread every day, and Ramona's like, well, yeah, but then you'd be like really fat, and he's like, wait, bread makes you fat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my girlfriend had that moment with stick-on vents. She did not know that stick-on vents were a thing.
Oh.
And so we pulled up next to a Jeep Grand Cherokee
Okay.
that, as one of the several things that it had going on, a stick-on vent. And I was like, yeah, that's a fake vent. And she was like, what? Why? And so I described fake vents to her, and she was like, she went through that whole car state, like, what kind of person? Why? Like,
Who's
why?
it for?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly, right?
Mhm.
Like, like, when you have a normal, rational person and you subject them to irrationality,
Mm-hmm.
like, you want to try to empathize and figure out what kind of person or who would do that and why. Like, it brings up so many questions that we can't get answers to.
Yeah.
So she learned that, unfortunately, she learned this weekend that stick-on vents are a thing, right? And then I showed her stick-on hood vents. Yeah. Yeah. So, Ian.
So is this a car with? Is this going to be this Cherokee that you're going to show me?
Yeah. So
Okay.
here we go. All right. So here's the Jeep Cherokee.
Okay.
All right. Not so bad, right? Doesn't look so bad. But
Yeah.
upon closer inspection, Ian. So there's the stick-on vent here. Here, we'll share it so the internet can see it.
Oh yeah.
So stick-on vent on the front quarter panel, and actually kind of in an area where it looks like it almost might be factory. Like there's kind of a body line that comes up, and
Could
right?
be, except the trim color is wrong for the car. But
right,
yeah.
exactly, right. What I would like to direct your attention to is one of the most mind-boggling things I've ever seen in my life: the door handles, Ian.
Yeah, I was looking at those.
See, there's little stickers on the door handles.
Yeah, what are they?
You know what those say,
Uh-uh.
Ian?
No.
You know what those say?
I
Ian.
don't. What do they say?
TRD. Toyota Racing Development.
Ah, turd.
Why does this Jeep Grand Cherokee have Toyota Racing Development?
Well, what's that on the next to it?
It says Racing Development.
Oh, okay.
That's like you can buy these decals on eBay for your Toyota.
Yeah.
So on
Huh.
each door handle, they have chosen on the actual handle that you touch. Oh, and then down here, there's a little thing. This is my favorite part. Okay? Sports. There's a sticker that just says sports.
That's like from an old Cherokee, right? I think that's a badge from an old Cherokee,
I don't know.
like
but,
an '80s Cherokee. And
but
now
there
I'm
was-
looking it up.
But
God damn
why?
it.
No. There was if anything, it would be sport singular, Ian. Why would they have sports plural?
You know, I've
There's-
seen that badge before.
Nobody says this is the like Capri Sports. They say it's the Capri Sport.
I don't know.
Ian,
I don't know.
we can't have a show where you just try to figure this out
It's
on Google.
But
and
well, stop
silently
showing
type.
me these pictures then.
Ian, maybe save that for another time.
Ugh.
It's maddening, right?
It is maddening.
Right?
That is weird.
Yeah.
The TRD thing is puzzling.
Like on
Like,
each
why?
door handle. Right?
Right. Well, that's another thing. Like, TRD stickers are never on the door handles.
No.
They're always like on the rear.
Yeah, like the rear truck bed and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't look at me like I'm the one who put the stickers on the Jeep, Ian.
Put it in front of my face, though.
It's that classic saying, don't look at me like I'm the one that put the TRD stickers on the Jeep. That's our form of don't shoot the messenger. Yeah. Yeah, Ian.
Oh, man.
So, honey, if you're watching this, I love you, and I apologize for having a full-bore meltdown in the car next to you.
Yeah, that's really strange.
Yeah. Right?
Well, and like just
this is the podcast where we just silently stare at a Carstanza
so I have
and want to say fuck you to whoever
I actually have a
did it.
coworker who has a whole rant about never buying a like trimmed out Toyota because he doesn't want to roll around with the word turd on his vehicle, which hey, you know,
Yeah.
there are worse qualifications for whether or
Sure.
not you're going to buy a car than whether or not it says turd on it,
True.
I suppose.
True.
So it just
Unless it's a Nissan Rogue, then it just is. Turd.
Right.
Right.
Well, and the other thing is like there's plenty of Jeep related badging.
Right. That's the thing. There's a million Wrangler things you can do.
Right.
This is a Jeep. Like, there's
Rubicon stuff or
right.
whatever.
I think this person's driving the only other brand that has more off-road pedigree than Toyota's, like with the 4Runners
Right.
and FJs and all that stuff.
Yeah.
You're driving the thing.
Yeah. That is super weird.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Ian.
super weird.
Right?
It would be like I think the sports car equivalent to that would be driving a 911
Right. Right.
and then putting like an SI badge on it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Right? Like, you have all the pedigree and heritage you need.
Right.
Why would you take an odd downward lateral step?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Because it's not straight down, but it's oddly lateral and down, right?
Yep.
It's this weird diagonal side step, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right?
Super strange.
Yeah.
You see the weirdest stuff.
Ian, I drive a lot, Ian. It's me and Nick Lindy out there trying to fight the good fucking fight, man.
It's true. It's true. You two are responsible for the most mind-boggling shit that we've seen.
We need to make a Team Clearcoat Street Team shirt and send it to Nick.
I think you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of Street Team,
Uh-huh.
our buddy Ryan West over at the Untitled Car Show, he sent us this little nugget on our Twitter feed. Okay, did you see this one? It's a Audi S5.
Okay.
Okay.
This is a ZL1.
ZL1 on the license plate. Speaking of weird downward lateral steps, right?
Yeah.
But that's kind of like a weird upward lateral step.
Yeah, it's a lateral step because the S5 is
That's
not
pretty freaking quick.
Yeah, but it's not like a sports car.
Right. Well, that's a 2-door.
But the Camaro
Yeah.
ZL1,
Yeah.
people are weird.
So
That seems like you know what that is?
what's that?
That's a coworker who's sick of hearing about someone's Audi sneaking into the parking lot and trolling.
That could be, but if I was them, I would have put a Volkswagen license plate on it.
Oh, that would have been good too.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? The very first thing I ever bought for my old man sedan,
Uh-huh.
this is exactly what you should do when you have a car,
Mhm.
is you go to AutoZone, Pep Boys, whatever. You buy the only thing that you're allowed to buy there, the only accessory,
A blank license plate holder.
thin black or chrome, your pick, depending on what works better with your car, license plate frame.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
it. That's it. That's all.
Maybe get your windshield washer fluid while you're there.
Well, yeah, that kind of stuff. But
Yeah.
but accessory,
Decorative.
yeah. Words, Dave. Accessories,
Yeah.
right? And of course, stick on side vents and hood scoops, right?
Well, you gotta have those.
Right. Yeah.
Gotta have them.
Yeah. Yeah. And TRD stickers for your door handles. Yeah. Do you have door handles? We've got TRD stickers. You never thought you'd hear this fucking sentence in your life, but here we are. Thanks to a random Jeep Cherokee driver. I should say Jeep Grand Cherokee sports driver.
Sports.
Here we are.
Sports driver.
Here we are, Ian. So, yeah. Yeah.
That one's not that bad.
That's not that bad. It's just, that's the one that's just like, all right, but like, okay.
But for why?
Yeah, and then you just walk on. The TRD stickers are haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's maddening.
We're gonna wake up in a sweat.
Uh-huh.
TRD.
Right? Yeah, exactly. So, Ian, I have an FMK Cars for you.
Please.
I should probably pull it up on my phone.
You should do that.
Ian. All right, this one, Ian, is called MFK Cars. Yep, you heard that right. Ian, in this FMK Cars, I'm going to give you 3 cars.
Okay.
Their badging has been altered.
Oh.
Okay?
Okay.
All right? It's not Carstanza, but their badging has been altered.
Okay.
All right?
All right.
First up, Ian, let me pull up my image searchers here. Okay. First up.
Am I gonna get in the Suzu pooper?
I didn't think about doing something that's good. That's good. That's good. I like that. A Suzu pooper, that'd be nice. Porsche 911
Mm-hmm.
Turbo 4. Okay?
Okay.
All right? But it's badged differently. The badge says 141 Turbo 9.
4-1. Okay.
Okay?
Okay, got it.
All right. So there's a turbo. Okay. All right. So up next, Ian, what's your favorite year for an Alfa Romeo GTV?
1974.
So like this guy. No, 1974.
Yeah, dude, 1974.
74. Okay. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
All right. Here we go. Beautiful car. Ian,
Gorgeous.
look at that. In this one,
Rally lights.
Ian,
Mm-hmm.
it's badged an Alfa Romeo VTG.
Got it.
Okay?
Okay.
All right. Lastly, Ian, I'm giving you a BMW 2002 Tii. Okay? You want it in this orange?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It is badged a 0220 IIT.
0220
IIT.
IIT. Okay.
What would you do, Ian? FMK.
So
I mean MFK.
this doesn't really bother me that much.
Okay.
So I think what I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna crush the BMW,
Okay. All
even
right.
though I really love that car,
Why would you crush that one?
just because the other two are very appealing.
Okay. Okay.
And
The way this turn signal is integrated into the chrome trim
yeah,
on the 2002, immaculate.
yeah, it's great.
Amazing.
I love that. I love that car. I really
Yeah.
do. But the other two are appealing. I've never driven a 911 Turbo before. I would like to.
Sure.
So I will do that for a day, and then I'm marrying the GTV.
Okay.
The badging on the GTV could say this guy is a total prick, and I would still marry it.
Okay. Okay.
It wouldn't bother me in the least.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would you do?
I think I would probably F the Porsche for a
Mhm.
day and take it to every Porsche owners club possible
Right.
in one day just to make them lose their shit.
Uh-huh.
I would kill the Alpha and then I would marry the BMW 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, that glass house is amazing,
It is great.
right?
So does the badging bother you then?
No, not at all.
It doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
either.
Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah. So, Ian, what else do we have to talk about today?
We went karting yesterday.
We did go karting. We did do karting.
And it was nice. We just got to go karting with no other agenda or anything else that we were doing. We just got to go do some go-karting.
We did.
And it was lovely and freeing and mental healthy.
Yeah. You needed it, buddy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we went we went to an outdoor karting venue down in southern
Centennial,
yeah.
Colorado.
South Denver,
Yep.
as it were, and did some more powerful karts. There were 390s, and they were
They say they can go 55 miles an hour.
allegedly good for 55 miles an hour.
Yeah. We had a headwind.
We did have a headwind during on the fast part of the track.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah. So it that track used to be under other ownership, and when I ran it, which
Mhm.
was only once a long time ago, the karts would only go about 45 miles an hour, and they weren't very good. But we ran the full course.
Right.
So with Unser owning it, and with the other place, you could split the course into two halves, and so we were running the west half, and they had Test and Tune going on the east half.
Right.
But running the full course or super course is really cool. Like it's kind of built into the side of a hill,
Mhm.
and so you go up, you come down, you go up. So like you kind of traverse the side of the hill and have like a long uphill and a long downhill on each side, and it's quite a bit of fun.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
looked cool.
Yeah.
I'm anxious to go back and run the full course.
Yeah.
But yeah, the half course was great, and it was a blast. We ended up kind of falling into a fast group, which is
Yep.
always a nice surprise when you're
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not just surrounded by randos.
Yeah, we met 2 guys there, Rick and Nick.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
And Rick had just moved from
Outside of Chicago, right?
Yeah, not far from where I grew up.
Yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
But he owned a cart and stuff, so it was nice to talk with him and get some pointers from him and everything. And I think we did great on our first time out.
Yeah.
There. I had never driven real carts outdoors before.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything other than like the place at the putt,
Right.
Putt and bumper boats and go-karts.
Right.
That's the only outdoor karting I've ever done. So
Yeah.
it was nice to get some real seat time in.
Right.
But yeah, it was a blast.
Nice.
I want to go all the time.
Yeah, it was good. It was a whole different thing than indoor karting. Like, I mean, obviously with indoor, the course is so tight and so twitchy and so technical.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's the equivalent of like listening to like Aphex Twin versus like the most ambient drone techno you've ever heard. Like It's just like, outdoor is so much more spaced out. You have time to think about things. There were parts where initially, well, we should tell them about my first route because guess who spun a cart and ended up high-centered on the curbing? This guy right here. That's me. So
it was awesome.
There's kind of this like it's basically like High Plains Drifter. Like you kind of come sweeping uphill as you're making a right-hand turn, and it's followed by another quick right-hand turn that's kind of downhill. And I lost it during that part and slid, and then traction caught, and I wound up right in the apex of the turn.
Yeah.
And my cart got high-centered on the curbing, and I was like trying to rock it back and forth to get the back wheels on. And you're supposed to raise your hand when you pass a yellow flag,
mm-hmm.
or and it just tells everybody you're aware of what's going on. So I have my hand up like, hey, come help me, right? And everybody else rode by doing that thing where it's called pointing and laughing. So there was that.
It was really funny because, first of all, you already are just like, you're already in the comedy realm just by being in a go-kart.
Right,
you're just like so much taller than the go-kart.
Yeah, I need a Dave-sized go-kart. That's actually just a car.
Right. So there's that, and then you're, looking like an idiot, high-centered on a curb.
Yeah, that was me.
I don't know if you could hear me laughing when I went by, but I was laughing mightily, I promise you.
I'm sure you were. So the guy came over with the yellow flag, the corner worker, and he didn't know what to do as far as holding up the yellow and giving me a push.
Right.
He didn't seem to think he could do one with one hand and one with the other.
Uh-huh.
So I asked him, I was like, do you want me to hold the flag? And he was like, no. And he like threw it on the ground and and then he asked me, he's like, what, are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
I was like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm just high-centered. And so he gave me a push, and I got into the grass. You guys passed me again one more time, pointing and laughing, me delicately waving, hello, accepting my fate. And then I pulled back onto the track and continued karting.
How does it handle in grass?
Quite well, Ian. Quite well.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long did it take to get all the mud off the tires?
Didn't care.
Yeah.
Didn't see that cart again. But my lap time, so we were doing 30 point something and change as our fastest lap.
Mm-hmm.
That lap time was 1 minute and 23 seconds, Ian. 1 minute and 23 seconds. That is the longest 1 minute and 23 seconds of my life.
I bet, yeah. And it was pretty, that was our first heat.
Yep.
And it was pretty quickly, because it took me a few laps to kind of warm up to it, because I was like,
me too, apparently.
It felt very different. Well, you took off. I couldn't keep up with you at all.
Right.
Well, I was kind of getting used to it.
Yeah.
And
turns out that was a poor decision on my part.
Yeah. I was feeling bad about myself, like, oh man, I'm taking a while to warm up to this. And then as I was thinking that, I crested the hill and saw you high-centered like a goofball, like, hey guys.
Yep. Yep.
And I was like, okay, maybe I made the right call.
You know how when we play racing sims and you just crash like immediately, like because you're just 11/10 instantly?
Mm-hmm.
Apparently that was me at a go-kart track.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that the thing that, well, I did figure out that corner, and figuring out these carts was kind of cool because I was on the middle seating position, right? Pedals all the way forward as they should be, because and the employees told us this, that by default the carts are set up to understeer out of safety, right? So they would rather they understeer and the person just keep going straight into the grass than snap oversteer and go spinning out of control.
Right.
Makes sense, right?
It does make sense.
But we want a little bit of drift, right? We need to get that rear moving around.
Well, more you just want the front end to actually just do what you want it to do.
To bite. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you need to find this happy medium of where you want your weight in the cart.
Yeah.
Right? And so I settled in at the midpoint and was really happy with that, and was able to get the cart to the point where a stab of the brakes would upset the rear at the top of that hill.
Yeah.
And you could just pivot just a bit and then fire straight down the apex.
Yeah, just a quick rotate and
go.
go.
Yeah, it was fantastic. And since you're downhill, the engine didn't bog like it normally does for somebody my size.
Right.
And yeah, it was great. Yeah. I think another aspect of it was being outdoor in kind of an older track. There are some decidedly bumpy areas.
Right. There were some areas where like a wide, like the second to last corner, so like coming out of the S's before the last corner, the last sweeper, I found that I think a wider line through there was faster because the pavement was so broken on the inside.
Yep.
That you couldn't get traction.
Yep. You would just bounce and skid. Yeah.
Yeah. So you would just lose time.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird finding those little nuances and just having a course with real curbing on it.
Right.
It was its own thing.
Right. And like the first time
change.
I hit the curbing, it was like, oh shit, like some of this does not mess around. Like we got our carts up on two wheels a few times.
Yeah, I did once and it did not feel good.
No, landing, guess what? There's no suspension.
Yeah.
Landing
it was
is
going
quite harsh.
uphill. Yeah, it was uphill section.
Yeah.
The fastest part of the track where you're basically there's like one whole half of the course where you're full throttle.
Yeah.
And it's right at the end of that. And
Right.
I hit some curbing, and it's like that 2-stage curbing that a lot of racetracks have.
Yeah.
Where you can take the first couple, maybe like, half a foot, 8 inches of it or whatever, and it's fine.
Yeah, you can see it actually in this picture here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And then
like
it
see there's
steps
like
up.
so there's the second step up. When you hit that step up, holy shit, your car goes flying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't hit that.
It was uncomfortable.
That's what I got high centered on. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. But I think a couple things about it. So getting in a group like the 5 of us, my buddy Jason, who turned out a lap faster than mine, he was quick, right?
Yeah, and I think the 5 of us were within 7/10.
Yeah.
All 5 of us.
Yeah.
Our fastest laps were within 7/10 of each other.
Right. Yeah.
Which is on our third heat, which
Right.
is really pretty great.
That was awesome. Yeah. So the 5 of us, Rick, Nick, Jason, you and I, and we, since it was just us and we all knew what we were doing, we like lined up pretty much according to speed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody lapped anybody. There was plenty of room. We could all just drive our own laps.
Yeah.
And we told the employees, and they know us. They said, we said we didn't want any blue flags, and so we didn't blue flag. They weren't like thinking that we were doing something wrong by blocking people out. When we were like following and learning from people and finding where we could find speed and stuff like that. And then you brought you were talking about having to rethink like those passing muscles instead of like somebody needing to get out of your way because of a blue flag.
Right. So what they did was they threw the blue flags, but they said you don't have to move over.
Right.
They're just informational.
Right. And I never saw one because I was never catching anybody.
Right. So I caught one of the people we were racing with.
Nick, I think. Yeah.
And it
was Rick, I think. Shoot, I can't remember. I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah. But anyway, so it was one of the guys, and I caught him.
It was Rick.
And it was fun to like practice again, like setting up someone for a pass
Right.
who's not like a lot slower than you, because we talked about that a couple weeks ago, how like when somebody's a lot slower
Right.
than you, it's a whole other
Yeah.
skill set
Yeah.
to get around them. But somebody who's just like marginally slower than you,
Right.
you still have to like maintain your like, and the big thing that I always have to like tell myself and consciously do is maintain my vision.
Right.
And that's
Look
the thing
kind
that'll
of through them.
Yeah, that'll like degrade the longer a race goes on if I don't like remind myself to keep my head up and keep my vision up.
Sure. Okay.
So yeah, keeping my vision where it's supposed to be, but also figuring out how to take note of where they're gonna make a mistake.
Right.
Or where they're
there's
vulnerable.
differences in the line. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like just another like muscle that you need to exercise every once in a while.
Yeah.
So it was nice to get some practice at that, even if it was just like, a couple of corners.
Right. No. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
It was fun.
It was a good time. I think like there were once we kind of figured out like, okay, there's going to be bumps here, like, but we know like I know the cart is going to be settled by the time I get to this corner. I'll have time to brake, right? And knowing like because at first like I would feel the cart get upset on certain parts of the track and then just slow down because I was afraid.
Yeah.
Right. I didn't know that I would have enough time before the corner to like let the cart settle, hit the brakes, start turning, that kind of stuff. So like getting all that stuff figured out, like that whole thing, like it's really fun to learn a new system.
Yeah.
When it comes to that stuff, right?
And there's so much more grip on the pavement.
Yeah.
Rather than the indoor
Yeah,
concrete.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and like learning that the track will be there. Like there's a couple of corners where
Yep.
You realize as you get comfortable, you start realizing that you're leaving like tons of real estate on the table.
Yep.
And just you just like learning a track in a car.
Right.
It's great to do that again.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah, it was a good time. Yeah.
I want to go back.
We saw our buddy
right now.
Greg out there. Yeah, it was fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah. And
yeah.
according to what they said, we qualify for the twin engine carts.
We do. I can so instead of high centering it, I'll just ramp off the fucking
just
curbing and
go to the
flying
sky.
through the sky. Davis, become Birdman, return to your people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. No, so we have to get what?
It was under a 30.5
for 7 laps?
for 7 laps, I
in
think.
3 races or something like that,
Yeah.
right?
I think that's what it was.
Within 3 races. Yeah. And we knocked that out. I think like most of us all in one heat.
Yeah, I think
Right?
I was a 31.2 my first heat. So.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
was it?
done. Qualified.
I was worried that we weren't going to, and then we were instantly like, oh yeah, we were fine.
Right. I wasn't worried at all. That's the differences in our confidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but we were talking to our buddy Greg out there, and he was saying that they had just gotten new carts. What, Tuesday?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like 4 days before we were there,
Yeah.
and so
They're awesome. They're great.
yeah.
I loved them.
And he was saying that previously there was a big difference with the older carts to the twin engine. Now that gap's a little bit more closed. So yeah, I'm excited to ride the twin engine, to drive that, and I'm excited to do the full course. It'll be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So
there is one other thing that I
Okay.
want to talk about with the karting,
sure.
and it is going to bring me to an FMK cars.
Okay. All right.
Okay. So the other thing is, it's kind of this place is in kind of a weird tucked away
Yeah.
location next to a small airport.
Yeah. That we almost drove onto.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
there was this moment where you're driving in, and it looks like you're driving through a fence line to get onto a flight line.
You would expect there to be all the security and heavy fencing there.
Right.
Right.
But some of the small airports, they just have a fence.
Right. Yeah.
And it was kind of a weird moment where you're like,
Yeah.
are we going to end up on a runway right now?
Right.
And that sparked you talking about cars that are also named, that share names with airplanes.
Oh yeah.
And so this one is called, why does this road have numbers painted on it? Cars and airplanes that share a name.
Okay.
So in this scenario, there's a catch. You will get a car and an airplane which have the same name.
Okay.
You alternate work weeks between New York and LA, and you fly in between on the weekends. And then this car, so you have two cars, two of the exact same car, in each city.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I
So
get it.
for 1 week, you drive the car in New York. You get in this airplane, fly to LA, and then you drive that same car in LA.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So the first one, Chevy Citation.
Oh no.
But then you also get a Citation 6.
A Citation 6. Okay, here's the Chevy Citation. Oof. Yeah, I think that's one of that I think may have had Motor Trend Car of the Year revoked from it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Do you want that?
I'll be tight. I'll be tip-tap and typing.
Okay.
Let's see here. Okay, so then the Citation.
Yeah.
Citation, what's it called?
VI.
VI. Okay. All right. Oh, wow, that's a cool jet.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
Okay. All right.
Luxurious.
Yeah. Okay.
Obviously, someone will fly that for you.
Sure.
All right.
Okay.
So the next one,
Uh-huh.
Triumph Spitfire,
Oh, okay.
and then a submarine Spitfire.
Okay. All right. So here's a Triumph Spitfire.
Mhm.
Fantastic little sedan, roadster.
Yep.
All right. Okay. And then a what'd you call it?
It's the submarine Spitfire. There
Okay.
you go.
All right. Google knew that was the next thing I was looking for. Okay. Yeah. All right.
Now,
Oh God, that's going to be loud.
that would be, it's the one on the right.
Okay.
That the other one's a Mustang P51.
Okay.
But that would be maybe a slightly uncomfortable cross-country trip.
Yeah, you think?
But
Yeah. Where's the bathroom on this?
super cool.
Yeah.
I think there's a tube.
Yeah. I think you're right. There's literally a poo tube.
Yeah, exactly. But how cool. I
Right?
mean,
Yeah.
that's arriving in style, my friend.
Right? Yeah.
And the sound is just amazing.
Right.
All right, so
I'd land. Hey, Dave, you want to do the show? What?
yeah, exactly. So the last one, Nissan Titan.
Oh.
Which
I had
is
I had a friend of mine that had
pick 'em up truck.
one of these, and it was a lemon. He
Oh,
actually
really?
he had it
He lemon
lemon
mod it?
mod. Yeah.
What was it?
I can't remember. It was bad though.
Huh.
It was always an issue with this thing.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And then a Cessna
Okay.
404 Titan.
404 Titan. 404 plane not found. Haha. IT jokes. Oh, that's a cool looking plane.
Yeah, it's a 10,
twin prop. Okay.
yeah, 10-seater twin turbo prop.
Okay. I've flown in something just a touch smaller than this.
Yeah, there's also a Cessna 6-seater
Okay.
that's a little smaller than that.
That's probably closer to
prop.
that Beach King that I flew.
Mhm.
Yeah. That was awesome flight. Okay. I'm going to have to kill the Triumph and the Spitfire.
Really? You wouldn't even do that once?
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Okay, we're doing that once.
Because I mean, driving that around
Yeah,
New York and LA would be cool.
it would be. I would have all the sunblock.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For LA anyway.
Yeah, for LA. Yeah. Yeah. No, that would be cool. And they have fantastic exhaust notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be great.
And the Spitfire airplane sound is one of the best sounds ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I would do that once. You have a good point, Ian. I'm definitely killing the Chevy Citation. Even though I would have the luxury Citation, and then I think I would have to marry the Nissan Titan and the Cessna
Really?
as the happy medium.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd kind of have to Goldilocks that thing. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think you'd do?
I think I would kill the Titan
Okay.
and I would marry the Citation.
Oh, wow. You would drive this.
I would drive that.
You would drive that. Yeah.
I would drive that. And here's my thinking.
Okay.
Is that in New York, I wouldn't really have to drive it.
Right.
I'd drive it from the airport to a
Right.
park and ride,
Right.
and that would be it.
Right.
And then in LA, it's kind of a great anti-image car.
You're right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I feel like it would kind of be cool again
right.
in LA in a weird way.
Sure. Sure.
And then, and then you're flying every weekend
In perfect luxury.
in perfect luxury. That
Yeah,
would be
true.
nice.
True.
And then I would for a day do the
A Triumph Spitfire.
Triumph. I would do that for one week in each city and then one
Right.
transatlantic flight.
Right.
I think that's what I would do.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that, Ian.
Thank you.
Nice. Well
What
done.
else do we got?
I have an FMK Cars for you.
Okay.
Okay? Ian. MFK Cars Part 2.
Oh, God.
Or WTO.
Okay.
All right? Ian. First up, let me close all the browser tabs. All right? And since this didn't bother you as much as I thought it would, here I'm going to improv some kickers.
Oh.
Okay? Saab 900
Okay.
SPG.
Okay.
All right? It is badged a Saab 009 GSP.
GSP. Okay.
Okay? All right? In this one, I'm going to give you access to an all Saab GSP SPG racing series. Okay?
Okay.
All right, Heritage
There's
Racing.
a spec series.
We just made it up. Okay?
That sounds amazing.
Look at that. Okay?
No one can crash though, because then the series would have to be canceled because there aren't any left.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And also, if you crash, I think the two of them would just bounce off of each other and the racetrack would crumble.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, it's so cool.
It is. All right? Let's see here. Up next, Ian. Nissan Skyline R33.
Okay.
All right? Nissan Skyline R33. Ian, in this one, it is... Where's an R33? There's a 33. Most of those were 34s. In this one, Ian, it's going to be badged a Nissan R33 and a third.
Okay.
You can have any long play album you would like. The record collection of your dreams at your disposal.
So like I can like
You can just
physical vinyl record.
physical vinyl. You just
I can have all of the ones I want.
every single one you want. You could have it.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Lastly, I got to think of something good for this. All right. Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Lastly, VW
Okay.
R32
Okay.
Mark IV.
Okay.
Okay. Your beloved peeling tornado red.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yeah, sure. Let's do the airbagged one. Yours is gonna wind up that way someday.
It is not.
Were those the stock wheels for it?
Yes.
Okay, nice. This one is badged an R23.
Okay.
Okay, and I don't know what's a good one for this. That it's completely bulletproof. Nothing will ever break, ever. Its clear coat will remain pristine. Nico could dump oatmeal and vomit inside of it, and it never gets messed up. The immortal R23.
I think I'm crushing the R23.
Okay, all right. Okay.
The upsides for the other two are just too
They're
great.
too big. They're
They're
too big.
big.
Yeah.
I think for a day, I drive the Skyline.
Okay. Okay.
And
You would marry the Saab.
and hold a couple of records in my hands that I will never hold in my hands that will make me cry when I have to give them back.
At the end of the day, I come by at your house and just break them over my knee.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That will be rough. But having access to just a spec series
Right.
would be just too that's too awesome.
For the Saab SPG.
Yeah.
Look at it.
And then plus I get to troll Saab people with
Yeah.
the screwed up badging. That's like a little extra bonus.
Yeah, and it's almost kind of cool. 009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Ian.
like that.
009.
What would you do there?
I would marry the Saab SPG 009
Mm-hmm.
GSP.
Mm-hmm.
I would kill the Skyline probably.
Oh.
And then for a day I would drive your immortal R23.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Good answer.
And I just wash it the whole day. The
Look,
whole day.
no clear coat coming off.
Uh-huh.
I can wash it, not destroy it.
I cannot tell you how bad I felt when I was washing your car. I was at the car wash and I had the pressure washer.
Uh-huh.
I didn't pull the trigger. And like I was far away from your car. I was like way back. I was gently misting your car. But the problem is that when it gets wet, there's dirt that gets in all those clear coat pockets.
Yep.
Right? So I was trying to get water in there to clear it out,
Mm-hmm.
but then some of it comes off.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
It's, again, why I stopped washing it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I should.
No, it's
I shouldn't have
fine.
washed it.
It's fine. It
Yeah.
needs to be washed. It hurts me every time I do.
I know. I'm sorry, Ian.
Anyway,
We did car show.
we
Ian.
did kart show.
We did. Did you come back from the brink about TRD badges?
I did. I think I'm
Sorry?
okay. I think I'm going to make it.
Yeah,
Touch and go there for a minute, but I
it
think
was.
I'm going to make it.
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, stick on vents are a thing? Yeah.
We're just infecting other people
Yeah.
with our own maladies at
Yeah.
this point.
Yes, we are, Ian.
Terrible.
So, should you want more of this, you can find us on iTunes, YouTube, Twitch, etc.
Yep.
Rate and review us on iTunes. We would love it if you did that. Send us an email, teamclearcoat@gmail.com. Come karting with us. Hit
Do
us.
that. If you find yourself in Denver, hit us up. We will go karting with you.
Yep. At least one of us will.
Yes.
And then so what else you got, buddy?
I have nothing else.
Okay.
TeamClearCoat.com. That is it. That's all
Okay.
I've got.
All right. Well, Ian,
Dave.
bye.
Goodbye.
And bye,
Goodbye.
listeners.
Goodbye, everyone.
We love you.
We love you. Goodbye.
Yep.